Hi, I'm Jake Williams with the SANS Institute, and joining me today is Nick Espinoza. He's the head of special services over at Authenticate.
Thanks for having me, Jake. Appreciate your time.
Oh no, man, this is outstanding. All right, so
we've been kind of dancing around threat intelligence and kind of the space in general for some time. So you and I connected a few years ago. It's nice to see you again. But what we're here to talk about today is kind of just like a general conversation around the current landscape around cyber threat intelligence and open source. So you've been an instructor with SANS for some time. You run your own organization. I'm sure you've had your hands in a lot of different places. So what are your general thoughts about how organizations approach CTI or open source today in terms of like maturity? And yeah, we'll start there. So talk to me about kind of mature organizations versus more nascent ones.
Well, I think open source intelligence is one of those things that has such a low barrier to entry. I mean, I feel like the barrier to entry is Google. Open up a browser and do Google, right? And then as you get into more mature organizations, they're using more well-defined feeds. They're worrying about, are they being tracked, the counterintelligence side of CTI, right? And it's really the more mature organizations that are thinking about that. So we range from, anybody at home with a browser all the way up to, folks that have dedicated tool sets and feeds.
Yeah, and one of the things that I've commonly come across when organizations are thinking about this sort of thing is like, and this is kind of mincing their words, but maybe I'm not big enough, or I'm not important enough, or my industry doesn't really use that. Do you think that's actually accurate, or do you think every organization should have some form of CTI or OSINT program?
Oh my gosh, I mean, look, if you have a business, you obviously have something that makes you better at whatever it is that you do than somebody else. That's why you make money. Everybody then is ultimately a target for that sort of thing. I mean, this isn't fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's just there's nobody too small to have some form of CTI program.
Right. And the one thing for me that's always been something my customers, or maybe yours or your students, or just general folks in the space struggle with is really a framework. So like you had said, the space is notoriously easy to get into, right? If you have some complex search operators in Google, or you can hop on to Malpedia, or you can grab a sample from VirusTotal, that technically is, CTI or OSINT. But what really makes it valuable is having a comprehensive sort of framework, and that's kind of hard because some folks come from the DoD or IC, or some people have lived their entire lives in the private sector. So how people think about this and actually make sense of this information is really hard. So are there frameworks that you ascribe to personally, or you teach your students, or is there a way to think about this sort of thing in terms of actually making sense of all this data?
Yeah, I think probably the biggest thing for me is the counterintelligence side, and I think that's the biggest thing that separates the Joes from the pros, so to speak, right? Anytime we go and use a free repository, I know you probably do this as well, right? You have to understand, of course, if it's free, you're the product. Right?
Yeah.
And obviously they are cataloging information about who's searching for what and when and where, and so being able to anonymize that and work in a very structured manner without leaving those telltale signs behind that a dedicated adversary who may actually be running some of these services, some of these free services, can then piece back together. I think that's a big thing that I try to focus with both clients and students.
Yeah, and part of that toolkit should be a remote or cloud-based browser, which is obviously a little bit of what Authenticate does. So as a company, we're doing work around a single-use virtual container, hard and secure browser that either does non-attribution or managed attribution in terms of what you look like to any adversary or interested site or service you're navigating to. I think it should be part of your toolkit, to your point, just to kind of allow you to have a little bit of CI on Rails. But let's kind of get a little bit more into the tools. So we've talked a little bit about free stuff. We've talked about a little bit in terms of software as a service like Authenticate. But what's your sort of baseline toolkit that you think everyone should have at the present state, no matter where they are in terms of their maturity?
Yeah, so as far as toolkits go for OSINT, really it's more of a process for me than it is about tooling. Obviously there's tools that you can bring to the table. We'd start with a web browser, but really it's more about process for me. It's what repositories are you going to? So if we're talking about databases that we search as part of that toolkit, I think a VirusTotal intelligence account is a big benefit. A lot of folks are unaware of VTI, they just use the regular free VirusTotal. And then from there, there are dozens of other OSINT databases on the market that you can hit, some free, some paid, but for me it's really more about process than it is about specific tooling.
Right, kind of having that playbook, right? When you see this, do that. pass it to this organization, pass it somewhere externally, and then hopefully have a better decision-making process as you figure out how to prioritize your spending on your defense, or maybe kind of your outward-looking portion of your business, or putting more money into your perimeter or whatever else it may be. Just kind of figuring out what that playbook is to better inform your decision-making.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. You can't, when it comes down to it, I mean, I always tell people before you go buy a product, right, if there's a free equivalent, start with the free product.
Right.
Figure out your process, how you're going to operationalize that data, and then figure out where to prioritize your spend, right? Because if we have 4 or 5, let's say 4 or 5 resources that we're using that are free, one of them is providing lots of value, game on, that's where we want to then go and enhance that.
Right.
We don't know that till we built a process.
Yeah. So crawl, walk, run,
Amen,
and
brother.
figure it out as we go.
Amen.
All right, so on that note, Authenticate, we're running a new survey around CTI and open source intelligence. So we would love to have any participation. So as part of kind of hopefully you viewing this video, there'll be a link at the bottom. So feel free to participate, and we're looking forward to seeing your responses. Thanks.
Hey, thank you so much, Nick.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.